Crossing in Liberty County has been closed to all traffic due to the ongoing flooding.
Yeah, this is how the Highway 90 bridge that links Dayton to Liberty looked earlier from Air 11.
Stephen Going got an up-close look at the situation tonight. He is live in Dayton with the latest for us. Stephen?
Where we are tonight, you can see behind me, these eastbound lanes of US 90 are blocked off. The westbound lanes underwater in several places. We were able to ride along with TxDOT today to get a better idea of what they wanted people to avoid on this highway.
The whole westbound is completely underwater.
Tonight, the Texas Department of Transportation showed us the conditions on the ground along US 90 between Liberty and Dayton, where rising water in the Trinity River prompted officials to close the US 90 bridge this afternoon. TxDOT crews setting up barriers, shutting down the road. Air 11 over the highway earlier in the day, showing us the lingering floods after days of heavy rainfall. The westbound lanes of US 90, just west of the river near Texaco Road, submerged in water up to 2 feet in some places, according to TxDOT. Officials say the floodwaters flowing underneath the bridge also contributed to their decision to shut down this part of the highway.
The water is starting to hit our risers above our bent caps, and from a precautionary measure, we didn't want the water at the speed that it's coming to hit or damage the bridges and while somebody is on it. And so from a precautionary standpoint, we went ahead and made the decision to close the bridge.
Now the Trinity River is expected to crest sometime tomorrow. After that, officials say they will be reopening this bridge once it is deemed safe. In the meantime, if crossing US 90 right here is part of your regular commute, there are recommended detours. We have those on our website. We're live tonight in Liberty County. Stephen Golan, KHOU 11 News.
Thank you, Stephen. Hopefully you find out about the detours before you get on the road.
Right, before you run up to them.
Yeah.
To some more promising news now. Receding floodwaters are allowing some folks in Northeast Harris County to return to their homes. This is video from the River Terrace neighborhood where some residents' homes got up to 6 feet of water. Residents are cleaning up and assessing the damage. Some who've been through this before are trying to determine whether it's time to move.
We can sell, definitely sell, go somewhere elevated, maybe on top of a hill or a mountain at this point, because I'm getting tired of this water.
So very frustrating for those folks. Utility crews were also out today. These workers off FM 1485 were working to restore power and replace a transformer that exploded.
During a briefing in Conroe today, Governor Greg Abbott describing the flooding as heart-wrenching, but says he is proud of how people are helping each other.
Oftentimes, I see our fellow Texans show the resiliency that Texans truly have. It could be friends helping friends, or neighbors helping neighbors, or strangers actually helping out their fellow Texans, assisting them to evacuate, assisting them down the road, assisting them with housing or food or whatever type of aid is needed. I'm so proud of my fellow Texans for stepping up and helping out.
The governor urging residents to report any damage you have to this website, damage.tdem.texas.gov.
And this is one of the craziest things we've seen today. Folks walking across Wallaceville Road over the San Jacinto River in East Harris County, which you can see is still very high. It's the only road in and out of the Rio Villa subdivision near Channel View. So folks who are cut off in the neighborhood take it upon themselves to walk across the flooded bridge. That included a 16-year-old young man today who was with his father.
Weren't you nervous about walking across the bridge in that water?
I've done more dangerous stuff than this. This isn't my first rodeo. I know that for a fact.
Your mom knows this?
Well, she's about to find out.
Oh my. First responders will be the first to tell you not to do this. By the way, we're told even though the Rio Villa subdivision has high water, all the homes are raised on stilts, so no water has entered the homes there.
Yeah, that is good news. Pat Cavlin in for David Paul tonight. Pat, it's going to take a few days, isn't it, for the rivers to get below flood stage?
For some of these rivers, it could take upwards of a week and a half, especially as we get out towards the Trinity River. We'll start with the San Jacinto first. West Fork at Humble is in major flood stage right now. That's expected to drop through the overnight and then eventually drop out of major flood stage by Wednesday. But it's still in flood stage, and it's going to be there at least through the end of the week. The Trinity River at Liberty won't crest until Thursday evening as of the latest forecast. And that's at Liberty. In different parts, it'll crest at different times, but these rivers aren't going anywhere anytime soon. So Trinity River here expected to be in flood stage at least through the weekend. That flood warning goes until Thursday evening. That's going to be pushed back as we get closer. East Fork, West Fork, Sanjack, the East Fork warning in effect until Thursday just before 8 o'clock in the morning. The West Fork warning in effect until 10 o'clock in the morning. And then south of Lake Houston, the San Jacinto River warning is in effect until Wednesday evening. Hopefully we see it drop below flood stage by that point. Your Tuesday forecast, again, dry. I think a more cloud cover, though, than what we saw today. Temperatures, though, make it into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. In fact, I think low 90s will do it if we get enough sunshine for tomorrow and we stay in the 90s through the end of the week. But guys, notice another storm chance on the forecast. We'll talk about if there's any flooding expected with that when we see it for the full forecast, the 7-day, in about 10 minutes.
Always lingering. Thank you, sir. Bond is set at